Hi, I am Allison. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to tell you how to celebrate the holidays alone during the pandemic, especially Christmas and New Year. I think this will be very important for you as the festive season is coming up. Okay, let's go to the video. One of the greatest cruelties of COVID-19 is how, at a time when we need each other most, staying away from loved ones is often the best way to show them how much you care. That counterintuitive fact is hard to wrap our minds around. But as COVID-19 cases and deaths reach all-time highs almost everywhere across the US, experts are urging folks to help stop the spread by not negating public health safety rules over the holidays in order to gather and celebrate together. For the sake of the people you love, as well as the most vulnerable in your community, do not think of Christmas, Hanukkah, or any other upcoming major holiday as your get-out-of-jail-free card to forget about the pandemic. Per CDC guidelines, the safest way to celebrate the holidays this year is to celebrate with people in your household, which goes for all other winter holidays, too. But the holidays aren't cancelled. Celebrating the holidays alone, virtually, or with only the members of your household, whether roommates or immediate family, just means you might need to get more creative. We're here to help with that. This holiday season, everyone will need to rethink what truly matters about holiday gatherings, or rather, what exactly it is we love about them. We won't be able to safely gather under one roof to share a feast. But a pandemic can't stop you from showing gratitude, sharing love, and just getting plain weird with friends and family. The first is to cook or not to cook. That is the question. Laboring over a big meal that could feed a small village only for yourself or a few others sounds completely impractical. Yet for some people, the excesses of a Christmas ham or the like is non-negotiable, essential to what makes a festivity feel festive. But let's be real. You probably wouldn't even know what to do with pounds of frozen meats anyway. When you're without the family's designated meat handler, it's almost guaranteed to be a waste of time, money, and energy. Instead, a friend suggested over Twitter that you center your holiday meal around something weird that you wouldn't do normally. Buy a duck, a rabbit, or one of those fancy heritage chickens. Or, you could always just buy more practical store-bought alternatives, which we'll get to later on. You can even take this opportunity to try some. If you do opt for large slabs of meats and have more leftovers than usual, package it up for donations. We'll also get to that later. She also warned that folks shouldn't underestimate how much food a full pie is, too, and those leftovers don't stay good for long. So try out festive dessert alternatives that freeze well, like this recipe of pecan pie truffles. For those celebrating Hanukkah, it's easy enough to make latkes and freeze them for later. You can also try your hand at an unusual potato pancake recipe or make your own jelly donuts. In general, the best mindset to be in this holiday season is that it won't be the same, but that's actually an opportunity too. The second is, create your own new traditions. During normal years, deviating from long-standing family holiday traditions can be scary, if not an all-out declaration of war from Grandma's perspective. But this year I feel at liberty to go off the beaten path by trying new customs, recipes, and activities. Usually, doing the same old traditions is a comfortsome, safe familiarity to ground our otherwise hectic lives. But we've all been in varying degrees of quarantine for months now, and the last thing any of us need is more of the same shit we already know. So try something bold and outside of your comfort zone, whether that's a group activity or new recipes. If you're celebrating with roommates or friends you wouldn't normally spend that time with, swap family gathering traditions, regardless of whether or not those traditions are related to the specific holiday you're celebrating. Third is, cook together, over virtual hangout. Making a big meal together is one of the most central bonding experiences of big holiday gatherings. Social distancing doesn't have to change that. Even if you're not spending the holidays with your family, set up a virtual hangout to cook together, whether it's a small or big group. This is especially important for folks who have to stay away from grandparents. If you think you'll be having a hard time with it, just imagine being part of a high-risk group like the elderly who have been especially cooped up, isolated, and afraid. Even if they're not cooking anything themselves, ask high-risk family members to join you, and maybe even teach you their trademark family recipe. Normally, we wouldn't dare attempt to make a friend or family member's beloved signature holiday dish ourselves. But this is the year to learn, ensuring that their trade secrets live on through you. Fifth is, focus on the good. If you find yourself slipping into an unpleasant mood, train your mind to focus on some of the good things on the way Moskowitz recommends. Here's a sample of some good things. Promising COVID-19 vaccines will soon be available, and Dolly Parton helped fund one of them. A tiny owl was found in the Rockefeller Christmas tree and will soon be re-released into the wild. Cookies exist, and you can bake some at home. Tiny, tangible moments of joy or reminders of good things to come can power you through an otherwise difficult day, she says. Finally, remember the why. It's not going to be easy to turn down an invitation from the people you love this holiday season. It'll probably be just plain sad. But when you're feeling low, Bufka advises, remember why you made that difficult choice in the first place, to keep those people safe. And while it may not feel like it, stressful situations like this holiday season is what humans are built for. We're more resilient than we know, says Moskowitz, who studies how people find positivity during periods of extreme stress. There's still light to be found, even if our holiday is a bit more muted than we're used to. You might find that light in volunteering, in a heartfelt phone call, or a plateful of cookies.